Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. Well, it's been another up week for the monetary metals. The industrial metals are taking a little break. We've got palladium and platinum both off a little bit, but gold and silver are both up 1%. And incidentally, for 1 year, they're both up 14%. So all the details are in the write-up, and we'll talk more about that soon. Today, we want to talk about why gold is a long-term investment from the perspective of long-term averages. And so, you know, a few years ago, I continue to work in the financial industry, and we work with any kind of financial product, whether it's securities or insured annuities or just virtually anything, including precious metals. But here a year or two ago, the last couple years, you may have heard people that primarily promote stock-based products talking about how gold was a terrible investment because its 10-year average was only about 4%. And actually, when you hear things like that, it's good to look a little further at gold. And what we see is that if gold's 10-year average was only 4, that makes it a really good time to invest in gold. Because the longer term average, whether you look at 20 years or 50 years, the average is closer to 8 to 8.5%. So if you've had 10 years of 4, that means you're going to need 10 years of about 12 just to get back to the long-term average of 8. So while it's not going to be just 12% every year for 10 years, nothing legitimate performs like that. It's more likely you'll have a year at 17% and maybe another year at 3 and another year at 14 and a year at 6. But after 10, you'll look back and it will have averaged 8. Average 12, just to get the long-term average of gold back to 8% a year. Conversely, the stock market has had the reverse situation. The last 10 years, it's made a lot more than average, and a lot of your industry insiders are looking at that and saying, you know, just for the stock market to get back to its long-term average, it's going to need to have several years of underperformance. And so, given those two options, that puts gold in a pretty good position for a long-term investment right now. And so, we'll talk more about these things. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.